Hello, everybody, and welcome to Your World on the Campus. And of course, I am Canvas, and today we are going to discuss, excuse me, the star of all stars that the Celtics now have, which is Jason Tatum. And you may ask, why am I showing clips of Paul Pierce, other and Ray Allen, Rondo, and Kevin Garnett? Because this is where the issue lies. We're all looking at Danny saying, he didn't know what he was doing. But actually, Danny knows what he was doing, except he forgot what got him there. He had his three scorers. Our Ray Allen is Jason Tatum. Tatum cannot be the one to drive the engine. He's the spark to the engine in terms of keep generating scoring, because he's a natural scorer, just like Ray Allen. These boys, they're pure snipers, okay? They get you buckets. They don't need an inch. But the problem with Jason is that no one has told him to get off the ball. No one in that locker room, not one single guard, not one single player is telling Jason to get off the ball. If you look at Ray Allen, excuse me, if you look at the way Ray Allen plays, he moves. Actually, Steph Curry is the epitome of movement without the ball and creating his shot and shots for others. Jason can be somewhat like that, but not on Steph's level. He's more, like I said, the Ray Allen type, the Carmelo Anthony type. They all they know is to score. They don't know how to do anything else. Okay, so you cannot have the ball in their hands because they become ball stoppers. They don't know. They just create for themselves. So you have that component. Then you have Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is a miniature version of KG because that boy is dog. He's all dog. All right? That third piece you're looking for is not Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker, if he was 6'6", even 6'3", 6'4", he wouldn't be such a liability. Actually, he's better coming off the bench for you. Yes, you pay him $100 million, but I'm telling you, he'll pay more in the long run if you have him coming off the bench. Now, who was that other player? It's going to be Aaron Naismith. It really is. It's going to be him. However, we still, he's young. You can see glimpses of it in his cutting and he passes. He's a quicksilver type of guy. He is that so-called diamond in the rough that you're unsure, you're pretty sure, but you have to give him time. All the Celtic stars came out of school as freshmen. Think about it. So where would their mindset be now? They've been exposed to a world that they thought they were ready for in terms of being together, but they're not. They're still on discovering their sex, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They smell themselves. They're full of themselves. Jason Tatum is full of himself. Jaylen Brown is a little bit more grounded. He's ready for that next step. He's, evidently he's shown that next step in the ways when he takes over the game at time, his efficiency. You have that, but you have no one who can make sure the parts work well together. As I stated, Kemba's not the guy, neither is Marcus Smart, and I'm not even sure about Peyton Pritchard yet. Maybe he is, but he's a rookie. Who's going to give him their voice except no one? Marcus Smart is there, right? And Marcus Smart is not telling them, hey, it's not your turn, this bad shot. Marcus is just jumping on the bandwagon. Hey, you taking those bad shots, I'm going to take it too. And remember, Marcus came out as a sophomore. So you have nothing youth pissing on youth in that locker room. There's no other way to put it. And the coach, again, the coach has no experience with such things, right? His only experience predating being with the Celtics is that he was a college coach that could take average to mediocre talent and they rise above, right? So what can you do? This generation of Celtics are the only ones who do not have the voice of a senior presence in their ears. Those that have been there. All right? Those that have been there. Because I assure you, Tommy was there, God rest his soul, this wouldn't be happening to them. But again, you haven't reached out to Paul Pierce. You haven't reached out to Kevin Garnett. Because all they see, they don't see anyone that's been through the fire like them. It doesn't matter the color of their skin right now. Of course, that is a subject for another day. Because the Celtic bench is horrendous. 3 years of mediocrity, 3 years of not getting over the hump. And Austin Ainge is resting on his laurels. So yes, you need a shakeup. You need someone in that front office that actually feels the pulse of the NBA. They can tell and look in a player's eyes and tell if that player has any heart. It doesn't matter whether he starts or not as a starter. No, just knows that when he gets on that damn floor that he's going to play his game. A la Dennis Rodman. You think Rodman gave a dang? Imagine, the Bulls hated Rodman. But when he came on board, they were all in. They just let Rodman be Rodman. Let them be. Let him be. Because when he gets between those lines, he gives you more than 1,000%. Who was going to give more than 1,000% other than the rookie Aaron Naismith for the Celtics? I don't believe Brad Stevens giving 100%. Or more than or anything more than that. Just what he needs to. Why? Because it was anyone else who brought the Celtics to 3 Eastern Conference Finals and did not make it over the hump. Do you think they would have been there if they looked like me? Danny needs to look at himself in the face. So it's a twofold problem. All right? And I've said over and over again, go back and look at my previous posts. Everything that I've said has literally surfaced now, bubbled to the surface. People barely read my art, those earlier posts, but I pointed out those problems early in the season. Either you give Brad Stevens some, excuse me, give Brad Stevens some help on the bench. No wonder Rondo didn't, when him were butting heads. When Rondo tell him no, it wouldn't work. No. Flipping that you're running, give it to your best player and everybody stand aside. You cannot leave the ball in Tatum's hands. I please forgive me, Jason Tatum, because I was saying that you're lazy and all this and that you're not putting on you. But all you know is that you're just you're a smooth scorer. Just like Ray Allen, you guys are so smooth when you score, man. Snipers. Target. But you've got to move. You've got to move. Somebody's got to tell him, no, Jason, I'm not getting you the ball if you're just going to stand there. And that comes down to a point guard. That point guard is going to be an asshole. The point guard doesn't have to score. All right, but can score in the crunch. All right, Kyle Lowry. That asshole. Yeah, Rajon Rondo. That asshole. Even when he came in as a rookie, Rondo was like, no, you're not getting the ball. Move, damn it. Move. The flair, the movement, and the only two players that I know that I've seen so far that give you that type of dynamic and don't necessarily have to score, but they can make it in the crunch, and they're brothers. Melo, which we know we can't even think, no team can even think about touching, but Lonzo Ball. What are you going to give up to give to not named Naismith, not named Pritchard, not named Brown, not named Tatum, and of course Time Lord. Those 5. Give up some other players, man. Do some sign and trade that brings them what they want via a 3-team trade. Do something, Danny. Because you need that asshole. That asshole has to be a point guard. And believe you or not, Lonzo Ball will make you move. Just like Rondo and Kyle Lowry, play that tough defense. Go in there, scrap for the rebound, and push it. And you know if you have a point guard that'll push it, you will run. And you will get yourself open. You will move. Kemba doesn't do that for you. He doesn't move the needle like that. Neither does Smart. So if you want to salvage, if you want to keep Brad, Danny, get him some veteran assistance. Give him players that look and know what championships are meant to be, what the things that it takes. It doesn't have to be someone who has a championship, but someone who's been through the wires, excuse me, and knows, Danny. All right, or get rid of Brad. It's one or the other. Get rid of Brad. Bring in Rondo as your coach. KG as an assistant coach. One of those boys. Bring Pierce in. Evidently, whatever that so-called video didn't affect his going into the Hall of Fame. Bring him into the front office, Danny. Bring Pierce in the Paul. Jason Tatum cannot have the ball in his hand to initiate the offense. You need him to give the ball up to the guard, run the floor, get open, and be that sniper that he is. Set up his target, which is that hoop. But who am I? You know I'm just a fan with an opinion. It seems to me everything that I've seen so far, that I've spoken about so far, as I said in my earlier posts, if you haven't read, go back and look at my history. You will see. Brad Stevens has to stop being that, oh, those are my boys, let me bring them on board, coach. It's not working because the Celtics, you're wasting Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's youth because there is no one steering the ship. It's rudderless. Management and coaching on the floor, it all translates. Cannot blame it on the players because even though they've been there, it's still the history, their experiences off the court. They've never experienced having to sacrifice for other people. Okay? LeBron James sacrificed for other people. Okay? His history, his personal history shows it. He knows what sacrifice is. All right? Kobe Bryant, even though yes, he's privileged, he grew up, his formative years were not in America, so when he came here, no one really befriended him, so he became a loner and did what he had to do. So he had his own strength adversity off the court. What type of adversity does Jason Tatum have? Life of privilege, going to Duke, mom's a lawyer. He's still trying to find himself. Jaylen Brown, he understands. Raised by a single mom, right? He did have that father figure inside his grandfather who imparts that spirit, excuse me, that spirit of knowing, of living, and he listens, and this is what has brought him here. So, it's up to you, Danny. It's up to you.